Tomato firmware is a Hyper-WRT based firmware. This Linux firmware works with Broadcom chipsets and provides you a really nice AJAX web interface and SVG graphs. Due to the interface, this Linux distro gained a lot of popularity and spun off with many branches. Most of these branches came from the Oleg firmware. This firmware was the first to allow USB support using the Asus WL-500G. This is why you see a lot of support for Asus routers. I'm not even sure if Oleg build was a branch of the Tomato firmware or just used its AJAX interface. Each branch seems to add its own little support to the overall firmware. Tomato firmware is just like OpenWRT, has a capability for consumer to enterprise. Tomato, though, is a much nicer web interface with great quality of service controls with the cost of only supporting a few Broadcom routers. I could tell you all the features of this firmware, but I'm just going to go ahead and point you to the Tomato firmware wiki page to view more information yourself.